From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Andrew Adams.
Looking at those Snickers bars, making me extra hungry since I haven't had breakfast yet, but it'll come in due time, and so will some of this drizzle. Now, very light amounts, and you see as it heads toward I-35, it kind of falls apart. The parent system, the spin, is all in East Texas, and it's moving away from us. So even though the wraparound precipitation is coming in from the east, we're going to see rain chances really drop off as we go through the rest of the morning hours and this afternoon. Notice this little sprinkle that was right around Jones. It was hanging out and then it's gone. So we could still see a little bit of mist that's not showing up on radar from this, but we're not adding on to any more, at least in Oklahoma City, from our last 7 days of rain, which has been a really big helping hand. 1.7 inches here in El Reno, 2.35, 3 inches in Minco, some 3 to 3.5 inch and even some 4-inch rain marks in southwest Oklahoma, some 4 and 5 inch rain totals in eastern and southeastern Oklahoma. So most of the state got a ton of rain up to the northwest and the Panhandle, less so, but at least a lot of us were able to get something out of this. It's a cloudy one on our National Cowboy Museum cam and our Pike Pass Skycam network. It's also a little cool, 52 with that north breeze at 9 miles per hour right now. Much chillier to the northwest and the Panhandle. It was clearer there overnight, so temperatures were able to fall. Right now, it's in the mid-30s to low 40s, and then as you get underneath the cloud cover, underneath that little blanket in the atmosphere, it's in the 50s, so about a 10 to 15 degree spread is what those clouds brought us here in central Oklahoma. North breeze will keep things cool through the day, especially if the clouds linger over your head. Again, this system is on its way out, and then after that, we're looking pretty nice over the next several afternoons. This afternoon, it's cool. The fall air is kind of sticking around. We got some 60s on tap for tomorrow, and then warmer air starts to return for Halloween. I love how Halloween evening looks for trick-or-treating. We stay dry. This system swings south, far south in Texas, so we don't get any moisture from that. But by Wednesday, we'll be turning our attention to the Pacific Northwest with our next system starting to swing through. As it dips south, out ahead of this thing, we're going to get a ton of moisture. So really from late Thursday through especially Friday and Saturday, we're going to be looking at the chance increasing for rain and storm chances. And this is a pretty typical fall storm setup, so the chance for severe weather is there. Can't pinpoint it right now, but we can say timing end of next week, and those storm chances are a little elevated. So something we will be watching, because the jet stream timing with all of this Gulf moisture out ahead of it does kind of give it a good recipe for the southern plains for some significant weather later next week. But we are well away from that, so at this point it's just something we're keeping an eye on. For this weekend, things pretty quiet this morning. Some of that light drizzle still hanging around in portions of central and southwestern Oklahoma, but the real light rain mainly off to the east and southeast. As we get into this afternoon, where we have thicker clouds, we're looking at the upper 50s, 59 in Oklahoma City to even some low 60s, 60 in Altus, 63 in Clinton, 60 in Ardmore. To the north, more sunshine, upper 60s and low 70s. So a lot more comfortable out there as we go through this afternoon. Even though cloud cover kind of sticks around here in Oklahoma City, those rain chances really pull off to the east for some additional showers later this afternoon as the parent system moves off to the east. Overnight, chilly once again, 49 Oklahoma City, some low 40s from western to northwestern Oklahoma, and 30s out in the Panhandle. Very light breeze, and that light breeze will stick around through the afternoon. Pick up at times maybe around 8 to 18 miles per hour in some spots, and it's still out of the north, so still keeping things a little cool, but we will have more sun, so that'll help us out. 65 Oklahoma City tomorrow afternoon, 69 in Clinton and Woodward. Could see a couple communities hit that 70 mark. More of us will see 70 for Halloween. Best day of the next 3. Loving it. Nice south breeze helps us out for our trick-or-treating forecast. Now, one other thing, over the next couple of months, you're going to notice this day's getting shorter. We got a little over 10.5 hours of sunlight today, but we're going to lose about 30 minutes of sunlight as we go through the next couple of months by November 15th and then December 21st. That's the winter solstice. So losing the daylight as we are starting November on Tuesday. Hard to believe it. Nice through the middle of the week before we look at that more active pattern coming this weekend. And guess what? Next Sunday morning, it's time to fall back. That's all we got for now. Don't go anywhere. News 9 will be right back after this break.